In the vast heart of southern Tanzania, there lies a wilderness of immense scale and breathtaking beauty. This is Nyerere National Park, a place where the wild pulse of Africa beats strong and true. It is a land shaped by mighty rivers and ancient rock, a kingdom where some of the continent's most iconic creatures roam free across sprawling plains and through dense woodlands. This park is not just a destination. It is an experience, a journey back to a time when nature reigned supreme. Here the sheer size of the landscape is matched only by the grandeur of the animals that call it home, creating a spectacle of life that is both humbling and profoundly inspiring. Located over 143 miles southwest of the bustling city of Dar es Salaam, the park offers a remote and untamed sanctuary. Its very existence is a testament to Tanzania's commitment to preserving its natural heritage. As you venture into this vast expanse, the modern world seems to fade away, replaced by the sights and sounds of the African bush. The air is filled with the calls of exotic birds, the rustle of unseen animals in the undergrowth, and the distant rumble of an elephant herd on the move. This is a place of raw, unfiltered nature, where every turn in the track reveals a new chapter in the epic story of survival. The park's importance extends far beyond its borders. It serves as a crucial stronghold for wildlife in a rapidly changing world. Its protected status ensures that generations to come can witness the magnificence of an African safari as it was meant to be. The scale of Nyerere is almost difficult to comprehend, a continuous ecosystem where animals can follow ancient migratory routes uninterrupted by fences or human settlements. This freedom of movement is essential for the health and genetic diversity of its vast populations, making the park a cornerstone of conservation efforts across the entire continent. It is a living laboratory and a priceless natural treasure. Exploring Nyerere is to step into a world governed by the ancient laws of predator and prey. It is a place where every element, from the smallest insect to the largest mammal, plays a vital role in a complex and interconnected web of life. The drama of the wild unfolds here daily, from the silent, patient hunt of a crocodile to the boisterous social interactions of a hippopod. This is the savage kingdom, a land of bloody legacy where the true kings are not men, but the magnificent animals that have ruled these lands for millennia. Their stories are etched into the very soil of this extraordinary place. Nyerere National Park is a relatively new name for a place whose story is written in the very bones of the earth. Long before any boundaries were drawn, this land was shaped by the slow, patient hand of time. By shifting tectonic plates, ancient rivers carving their way through the soil, and the relentless rhythm of the seasons. Over millennia the landscape transformed. Once volcanic forces thrust up distant mountains, their slopes feeding rivers that meandered and split, creating the lifeblood of the savannah. The great Rufiji River, winding through the heart of the park, has changed course countless times, leaving behind oxbow lakes and fertile floodplains that pulse with life after every rainy season. The land remembers the coming and going of ice ages, the waxing and waning of forests and grasslands. In the dry times, dust storms swept across the plains, while in the wet, the rivers overflowed, nourishing a tapestry of habitats: open savanna, dense Miombo woodland, and lush riverine forests. Through these shifting ages, the animals have always come and gone, following ancient paths etched into the earth. Elephants, the architects of the wild, have roamed these plains for generations beyond counting, their migrations shaping the very structure of the woodlands. Herds of wildebeest and zebra thunder across the open grasslands, their hooves churning the soil, their movements synchronized with the rains and the promise of new grass. Predators, too, have left their mark. Lions, silent and patient, have stalked the herds, their presence a constant test of survival. Packs of African wild dogs, swift and tireless, have coursed through the bush, their hunts a vital thread in the web of life. Crocodiles and hippos have ruled the rivers, their battles and bellowing calls echoing through the dawn mist. Each year the great migrations unfold, a spectacle as old as the land itself. Wildebeest and buffalo gather in vast numbers, crossing rivers swollen by the rains, braving currents and lurking crocodiles. Birds arrive from distant continents, filling the skies with colour and song, drawn by the abundance of water and food. The park's immense scale is not just a matter of size, but of resilience. Here natural cycles play out on a grand stage. Fires sparked by lightning sweep across the grasslands, clearing old growth and making way for new life. Floods replenish the wetlands, while droughts test the endurance of every creature. In this crucible, only the adaptable survive, and the land itself is ever renewed. Within its borders, the diversity is staggering. Towering baobabs stand as silent witnesses to centuries of change. Flowering trees burst into colour after the rains, drawing clouds of butterflies and flocks of birds. In the cool shade of riverine forests, secretive leopards move like shadows, while the calls of fish-eagles ring out over the water. The legacy etched in this land is not just one of survival, but of constant transformation. Every rock, every river bend, every animal track tells a story of adaptation and endurance. The park is a living memory of Africa's wild heart, a place where the ancient rhythms of geology, migration, and natural events continue to shape a world untouched by human hands. Here, the true kings are the forces of nature themselves, and the legacy of this land is written in the endless dance of earth, water, and life. In Nyerere National Park, the eternal dance of water and sun orchestrates every heartbeat of the wild. The climate here is distinctly tropical, its tempo set by the ancient cycles of sunlight and rain, which have shaped this land for millennia. The year divides itself into two grand acts, the dry season and the wet. Each brings a dramatic transformation, painting the landscape with new colours and rewriting the rules of survival. From June to October, the dry season reigns. The sun climbs high and lingers, its relentless heat drawing every drop of moisture from the earth. The savannah becomes a tapestry of gold and ochre. The grass is brittle, the air shimmering with heat. As the smaller waterholes vanish, life converges on the mighty Rufiji River and its web of lakes. Here the animals gather, elephants, buffalo, antelope, drawn by the promise of water, their lifeblood. Herds cluster along the banks, their movements choreographed by thirst. Each day a silent drama unfolds. Predators lurk in the shadows, while the vulnerable risk everything for a drink. The air is thick with tension, the rhythm of survival set by the shrinking pools. Then the sky changes. The wet season arrives, first with the short rains from November to December, then the long soaking rains from March to May. The parched earth drinks deeply, and the transformation is immediate. Rain clouds gather and burst, drenching the plains. Puddles form where the dust once lay, and the air fills with the scent of wet earth and new beginnings. The landscape erupts in green, grasses surge skyward, wildflowers bloom in hidden corners, and the woodlands thicken with fresh leaves. The park becomes a living mosaic, every inch pulsing with renewed energy. Tiny shoots break through the soil, racing to capture the sun before the next dry spell. Trees unfurl new canopies, and the undergrowth teems with insects and small creatures, all awakened by the rain. Afternoon storms sweep across the plains, their thunder echoing for miles. Lightning forks through the sky, and the downpour drums a wild rhythm on the leaves and grasses, a symphony of renewal. This is the season of birth. The abundance of food and water creates a nursery for the next generation. Calves, foals, and chicks emerge into a world of plenty, their first steps cushioned by soft grass and gentle rains. Throughout the year, the sun remains a constant presence. Even as the rains come and go, its warmth never truly fades, maintaining the park's tropical heart. Daytime temperatures hover between 70 and 91 degrees Fahrenheit. or 21 to 33 degrees Celsius. The nights bring only a gentle coolness, never a true chill. Each year, the park receives between 30 and 51 inches of rain. This bounty sustains a patchwork of habitats: dense woodlands, open grasslands, and winding waterways. The steady warmth and generous rains fuel the growth of grasses and trees, feeding immense herds of herbivores. These in turn support the predators, lions, leopards, and wild dogs, who depend on the cycles of feast and famine. The seasons are the heartbeat of Nyerere. With each shift, the park's inhabitants adapt, some migrating, others lying dormant, all attuned to the subtle cues of light and moisture. In the dry months, survival is a test of endurance. Only the strongest and most resourceful endure, their fates tied to the shrinking water and the harsh sun. When the rains return, the park bursts into life. Animals feast, plants flourish, and the air hums with the energy of renewal, a celebration of resilience and abundance. Each season reveals a new face of the park: the drama of the dry, the exuberance of the wet. The cycles of water and sun shape every life, every story, every moment. In this world of constant change, the rhythms of water and sun are the true rulers, ancient, unyielding, and endlessly creative. The landscape of Nyerere National Park unfolds as a breathtaking tapestry, each thread representing a unique habitat, each colour a testament to the park's astonishing diversity. Here the land is not merely a backdrop, but a living, breathing entity, shaped by ancient forces and teeming with life at every turn. This diversity is the very foundation of the park's extraordinary biodiversity. Every habitat, from the sun-baked plains to the shadowy woodlands, offers a specialized niche, allowing rare and remarkable species to thrive. In the tangled undergrowth, a secretive Sunni antelope slips through the shadows, while in the open, a flock of carmine bee-eaters flashes crimson against the sky. The park's geology is inextricably linked to the mighty East African rift system. This ancient fault line has sculpted a land of dramatic contrasts, towering escarpments, deep valleys, and rolling hills. These geological features create microclimates and isolated pockets where unique plant communities and rare reptiles like the elusive Usambara vine snake find sanctuary. At the heart of this wild kingdom flows the Rufiji River, Tanzania's largest and most vital artery. Its waters pulse through the landscape, nourishing everything in their path and shaping the very character of the park. The river's meandering course carves out a labyrinth of channels, oxbow lakes, and sprawling floodplains. Here hippos wallow in muddy pools, while rare African skimmers glide just above the water's surface, their lower mandibles slicing through the current in search of fish. Crocodiles bask on sandy banks, ever watchful while shoals of cichlid fish dart among submerged roots. Beyond the river, the landscape stretches into vast, arid grasslands and open savanna. Here, resilient acacia trees and ancient baobabs stand sentinel, their roots delving deep for water. The grasslands are alive with the rustle of movement. Secretive servals stalk rodents in the tall grass, while colonies of harvester termites build towering mounds that become miniature ecosystems for lizards and birds. These are the classic African vistas, endless horizons, where herds of zebra, wildebeest, and buffalo graze in their thousands. Predators lurk at the edges, a pride of lions hidden in the golden grass, a cheetah poised for a lightning-fast chase. The delicate balance between hunter and hunted plays out in a silent, ancient drama. Rising from the sea of grass are the kopjes, ancient granite outcrops weathered by millennia. These rocky islands are refuges for rare plants like the resurrection fern, which springs to life after rain, and for secretive creatures such as the rock hyrax, whose distant relatives include the elephant. The kopjes offer shelter and vantage points. Klipspringers, nimble antelope with rubbery hooves, bound effortlessly across the rocks, while leopards lounge in the shade, their golden eyes scanning the plains for unsuspecting prey. Here, the interplay of predator and prey is a delicate dance, each species finely attuned to the rhythms of the land. Further inland, the scenery transforms into dense Miombo woodlands, a world apart from the open plains. The air here is thick with the scent of leaf litter and wildflowers, and the canopy above is alive with the calls of birds and the rustle of primates. The Miombo is dominated by brachystegia trees, their leaves shimmering silver in the breeze. These woodlands are home to rare and specialized species, the shy Liechtenstein's hartebeest, the secretive bush baby, and the striking Boehm's bee-eater, which nests in sandy banks along seasonal streams. In the dappled light beneath the trees, a world of thick undergrowth and tangled vines provides cover for countless creatures. Here the African civet prowls at dusk, and the ground is alive with the scurrying of giant millipedes and the soft footfalls of bushbuck. The Miombo is a haven for browsers like the giraffe, who delicately pluck leaves from the highest branches, and the elusive greater kudu, whose spiral horns blend perfectly with the shadows. It is also a last stronghold for the endangered African wild dog, whose intricate social bonds and tireless hunts are vital to the ecosystem's health. These woodlands and grasslands interlock in a mosaic of habitats, each supporting a different cast of characters. The boundaries between them are blurred, allowing species to move and interact. Baboons forage at the woodland edge, while hornbills swoop between open and shaded spaces, dispersing seeds and shaping the future forest. In the low-lying areas, lush swamps and wetlands spread out, especially near the river deltas and lakes. These watery realms are alive with the chorus of frogs and the flash of dragonflies, while papyrus reeds sway gently in the breeze. The wetlands act as nature's reservoirs, absorbing the rains and slowly releasing water through the long, dry months. This slow trickle sustains the park's life when all else withers, and provides a refuge for rare amphibians like the squeaker frog and the African helmeted turtle. These wetlands are a paradise for waterbirds. Over 430 species have been recorded here. Herons and storks stalk the shallows, while the African fish eagle circles above, its haunting cry echoing across the water. In the reeds, the secretive African jacana treads on floating vegetation, its long toes barely making a ripple. This astonishing variety of landscapes, rivers that pulse with life, tranquil lakes, endless savannas, ancient rocky hills, and dense woodlands, creates a self-contained world. Here every habitat is a stage for rare and remarkable species, every interaction a thread in the intricate web of life. Nyerere National Park stands as a living showcase of East Africa's wild splendor, where nature's drama unfolds in endless, ever-changing forms. Among the many magnificent creatures that inhabit Nyerere, the African elephant holds a place of special reverence. These gentle giants, often called the grey ghosts of the savannah, move with a quiet grace that belies their immense size. Their presence is felt long before they are seen, a distant rumble, a trembling in the earth, the soft swish of grass as they pass. These are the architects of the savannah, shaping the landscape as they move through it. Their daily routines carve new paths, open up thickets, and create water holes that benefit countless other species. Every fallen tree, every trampled bush, is a testament to their role as ecosystem engineers, and their presence is a sign of a healthy, thriving wilderness. Elephant society is a tapestry of relationships, woven together by bonds of kinship and memory. At the heart of every herd is a matriarch, the oldest and most experienced female, whose wisdom guides her family through the ever-changing landscape. Herds are led not by the strongest, but by the wisest. The matriarch's decisions, when to move, where to find water, how to avoid danger, are shaped by decades of experience. Her memory is a living library holding the locations of dozens of precious water and food sources, some of which she may not have visited for years, but recalls with astonishing accuracy. In times of drought, it is her knowledge that leads the herd to hidden springs or distant groves heavy with fruit. The younger elephants watch and learn, absorbing the lessons of survival that will one day guide their own families. The matriarch's leadership is crucial to the survival of her family. Calves are protected in the center of the group, shielded by a wall of older siblings and aunts, each one ready to defend the youngest with unwavering loyalty. The elephant's trunk is one of nature's most extraordinary inventions. It is a fusion of the nose and upper lip, containing over 40,000 individual muscles, which gives it incredible strength and dexterity. With this remarkable appendage, an elephant can uproot a tree or pluck a single blade of grass. The trunk is a tool for feeding, drinking, and exploring the world, a sensitive organ capable of detecting the faintest scent on the wind or the subtlest vibration in the ground. An elephant can use its trunk to strip bark from trees, gather fruit, or delicately lift a newborn calf to its feet. It is both a weapon and a lifeline, essential to every aspect of an elephant's life. For drinking, the trunk becomes a living siphon. An adult elephant can draw up to 3 gallons of water at once, then curl its trunk and spray the cool liquid into its mouth, quenching a thirst that comes from hours of travel under the African sun. But the trunk is also a language. Elephants greet each other with gentle caresses, reassure anxious calves, and express affection or warning with a touch. Through their trunks they communicate a world of emotion, joy, grief, curiosity, and even playfulness. These gentle giants are constantly on the move, driven by their immense appetites and their extraordinary spatial memory. Each day is a journey in search of food and water, a trek that can cover vast distances across the plains and woodlands. An elephant herd can travel up to 18 miles in a single day, following ancient routes passed down through generations. These paths are etched into the landscape, invisible to all but those who remember. Their ability to recall landscapes and navigate vast distances allows them to survive in environments where resources are scattered and seasonal. They know when to cross a dry riverbed, when to climb a rocky slope, and when to rest in the shade of a baobab. Timing is everything. Elephants remember not just where to go, but when to go, synchronizing their migrations with the ripening of fruits or the filling of seasonal water holes. Their movements are a dance with the rhythms of the land. This deep connection to their environment is a key to their success as a species. Every action, every decision is shaped by an intimate knowledge of the world around them. In Nyerere National Park, elephants find a sanctuary where they can roam across vast, unfenced territories. Here they're free to follow the ancient rhythms of their ancestors, unbound by barriers. The park's immense size and diverse habitats, rivers, woodlands, and open plains, provide everything these giants need to thrive. Each season brings new challenges and new opportunities, and the elephants adapt with quiet resilience. Witnessing a herd move silently through the Miombo woodlands, their massive forms blending with the shadows, or gathering at the Rufiji River for a drink as the sun sets, is a truly unforgettable experience. Their movements are almost spectral, silent, purposeful, and filled with ancient wisdom. They are the grey ghosts of the African bush, powerful yet gentle, intelligent and deeply social. Their lives are a testament to the strength of family, the power of memory, and the enduring spirit of the wild. Protecting these magnificent animals ensures that their thunderous footsteps will echo across this land for centuries to come, and that the story of Africa's grey ghosts will continue to unfold, wild and free beneath the endless African sky. Beneath the shimmering surface of the Rufiji River, a lineage older than the river itself glides silently. Nile crocodiles, the living titans of Africa's waterways. Their ancestors once shared the world with dinosaurs, and over millions of years these ancient reptiles have become the ultimate survivors, their bodies sculpted by the relentless hand of evolution. Their rugged, armor-plated skin is a testament to their prehistoric origins, each scale a shield against the dangers of their watery domain. The design of the Nile crocodile has changed little since the Age of Giants, a living fossil whose every feature is honed for survival. Masters of stealth, they drift with only their eyes and nostrils breaking the surface, blending seamlessly with the river's shadows. Their patience is legendary. Hours can pass as they remain perfectly still, waiting for the faintest ripple of opportunity. To the untrained eye, a crocodile may appear as nothing more than a drifting log, but beneath the surface every muscle is coiled, every sense attuned to the world around it. When the moment comes, their strike is a blur of power, a sudden eruption from the stillness. Their jaws, lined with conical teeth, are among nature's most formidable weapons. With a bite force that can shatter bone, they clamp down on prey with astonishing speed. Yet in a curious twist of evolution, the muscles that open their jaws are delicate, a paradox that speaks to their specialized hunting style. Adapted for an aquatic life, Nile crocodiles possess a unique ability to remain submerged for extraordinary lengths of time. Their nostrils close like watertight valves, and a transparent membrane shields their eyes, allowing them to see clearly underwater. At the river's bottom, a large crocodile can hold its breath for up to 2 hours, its heart rate slowing to a near standstill. This remarkable adaptation allows it to wait, unseen, for the perfect moment to ambush unsuspecting prey. By storing lactic acid in its blood, the crocodile's muscles continue to function even without a steady supply of oxygen. This physiological feat is a key to their success, enabling them to outlast and outwit nearly any animal that shares their domain. Hidden in the murky water, they become invisible predators, their presence betrayed only by the faintest ripple or the glint of an eye. Here, patience and stillness are their greatest weapons. When the time comes to move, they are transformed, swift, agile, and powerful. In short bursts, a Nile crocodile can reach speeds of up to 22 miles per hour, propelling itself through the water with astonishing force. Life for these reptiles is governed by the sun. Temperature not only dictates their daily rhythms, but also shapes the very future of their kind, determining the sex of each new generation. On the sandy banks, females dig deep nests, carefully laying their eggs in the warm embrace of the earth. If the nest remains cool, below 86 degrees Fahrenheit, most hatchlings will be female, ensuring the balance of the population. But if the sun's heat pushes the temperature above 90 degrees, the eggs yield mostly males, a delicate dance between climate and life. This phenomenon, known as temperature-dependent sex determination, ties the fate of the crocodile to the rhythms of the natural world, making them a living barometer of their environment. In the sun-drenched waterways of Nyerere, Nile crocodiles reign supreme. Their presence shapes the ecosystem, influencing the lives of countless other creatures. As apex predators, they cull the weak and the sick, maintaining the health of the river's inhabitants and ensuring the balance of life along the Rufiji. Their power is legendary, their presence a symbol of the wild, untamed heart of Africa. To witness a Nile crocodile basking in the golden light, its ancient armor gleaming, is to glimpse a world unchanged for eons, a bloody legacy etched in tooth and claw that endures in the wild embrace of the Rufiji. Sharing the waterways with the crocodiles is another of Africa's most iconic and formidable animals, the hippopotamus. But in the animal kingdom, power comes in many forms, and the hippo is just one example of nature's astonishing ingenuity. Often seen lounging in large groups or pods, hippos may appear placid and lethargic, yet this impression is dangerously misleading, for beneath the surface lies a suite of adaptations that make them masters of their domain. The hippopotamus is one of the most aggressive and powerful animals in Africa. Its dominance is not just a matter of size, but of specialized traits honed by evolution. An adult male can weigh between 3,300 and 4,000 pounds, making it one of the largest land mammals. This immense bulk is both armor and weapon, a living fortress against rivals and predators alike. Its most fearsome feature is its enormous mouth, which can open to an astonishing 150 degrees. Within, a set of long, sharp canine and incisor teeth serve as formidable weapons capable of inflicting devastating wounds. Despite their immense bulk, hippos are surprisingly agile in the water where they spend most of their day. Their bodies are perfectly adapted for aquatic life, with dense bones that help them sink and move effortlessly along the riverbed. They're not true swimmers, but rather gallop along the riverbed, using their webbed feet to propel themselves. This unique method allows them to move with speed and precision, even in murky waters. Hippos can hold their breath for up to 5 minutes, closing their ears and nostrils to keep water out. This adaptation allows them to remain almost completely hidden, with only their eyes, ears, and nostrils breaking the surface, a perfect vantage point for monitoring their surroundings. Spending the day submerged helps them keep their sensitive skin cool and moist under the harsh African sun. In the animal kingdom, such behavioral adaptations are crucial for survival in extreme environments. Their skin actually secretes a reddish, oily substance that acts as a natural sunblock and moisturizer, a unique adaptation that has earned them the nickname blood-sweating behemoth. This natural sunscreen is a marvel of evolutionary chemistry, protecting them from sunburn and infection. A fascinating aspect of hippobiology is their unexpected evolutionary history. In the tapestry of life, surprising powers often arise from ancient origins. While they may resemble pigs or other hoofed mammals, their closest living relatives are actually cetaceans, whales and dolphins. This unlikely kinship is a testament to the unpredictable paths of evolution. Scientific evidence suggests that hippos and whales share a common semi-aquatic ancestor, a creature called Notorious, which lived around 55 million years ago. This ancestor's adaptations for life at the water's edge set the stage for 2 very different evolutionary journeys. This distant and surprising kinship is a wonderful example of how evolution can lead to vastly different forms from a single starting point, connecting the river giants of Africa to the leviathans of the deep ocean. Across the animal kingdom, such connections reveal the hidden threads that bind all life. As night falls, the hippos leave the safety of the water and venture onto the surrounding grasslands to feed. This nightly migration is another example of adaptation, allowing them to exploit resources while avoiding the heat of the day. They are voracious grazers, and a single hippo can consume up to 88 pounds of grass in one night, methodically cropping it short with their powerful lips. Their digestive system is uniquely adapted to process tough grasses, extracting maximum nutrition from their nightly feasts. These nightly foraging expeditions can take them several miles from the river. Their ability to navigate in darkness, guided by memory and keen senses, is yet another remarkable adaptation. In Nyerere National Park, the vast floodplains of the Rufiji River provide the perfect combination of deep water for resting and abundant grasslands for grazing, supporting one of the largest hippo populations in Africa. Here, the hippo's adaptations are on full display, a living showcase of evolutionary power. They are the true river horses, powerful and vital components of this dynamic ecosystem. In the grand theatre of the animal kingdom, the hippo stands as a symbol of surprising power, an animal whose unique adaptations have secured its place among Africa's most extraordinary survivors. High above the shimmering waters of the river, perched regally on the outstretched limb of a towering tree, one of Nyerere's most iconic residents surveys its domain with piercing eyes. The world below is a tapestry of movement and sound, but up here the air is still, broken only by the gentle rustle of leaves and the distant calls of other birds. This is the African fish-eagle, a magnificent raptor whose haunting, echoing cry is often called the very voice of Africa. Its call rings out across the water, a sound that signals both territory and presence, and is instantly recognized by all who dwell within earshot. with a striking white head and chest that gleam in the sunlight, a deep chocolate-brown body, and a wingspan that can stretch nearly 8 feet. The fish eagle is an unmistakable figure against the sky. Its powerful beak and sharp talons are perfectly adapted for its predatory lifestyle. The presence of these eagles is a testament to the health of the river below. They are drawn only to waters that teem with life, where fish dart through the currents and the ecosystem thrives in vibrant balance. Where fish eagles soar, the rivers and lakes are alive with abundance. Shoals of fish shimmer beneath the surface, their movements watched closely by the eagle's keen eyes. The bird's very presence is a living signal that the aquatic world below is flourishing. The fish eagle is a masterful hunter, patient and precise. It waits motionless on its lofty perch, every muscle tensed, its gaze fixed on the water below, searching for the slightest ripple that betrays the presence of prey. Sometimes it glides effortlessly above the river, its wings barely moving as it scans the surface for movement. Its vision is so acute that it can spot a fish from high above, even when the water is dappled with sunlight and shadow. When the moment comes, the eagle launches into a breathtaking dive, wings tucked, talons outstretched. It strikes the water with astonishing speed and accuracy, snatching a fish in a spray of droplets before climbing back into the sky, its prize clutched tightly. Its talons are equipped with specialized barbs called spiracules, which help it grip the slippery, wriggling fish. These adaptations make the fish eagle a formidable predator, perfectly suited to its watery hunting grounds. Yet the fish eagle is not always a solitary hunter. It is also a cunning opportunist, known for its bold acts of aerial piracy. With swift, aggressive maneuvers, it will harass other birds like ospreys or herons, forcing them to drop their hard-won catch, which the eagle then snatches in mid-air, a testament to its agility and daring. Below, in the dense, tangled forests that line the banks of the Rufiji, a different kind of drama unfolds. Here among the branches and vines, the vervet monkeys reign as the mischievous masters of the woodland. These small, agile primates are a whirlwind of energy and curiosity. They leap from branch to branch with astonishing grace, chasing, tumbling and playing in a never-ending display of acrobatics and mischief. Vervet monkeys are not just playful, they are vital to the health of the forest. As they forage for food, they interact with countless plant species, feeding on fruits, flowers, and seeds, and in doing so, shaping the very landscape they inhabit. As they travel through the canopy, they scatter seeds in their droppings, spreading new life across the forest floor. This constant movement and feeding help regenerate the forest, ensuring its diversity and resilience for generations to come. The result is a living, breathing forest, where young saplings rise beneath the shelter of ancient trees, and the cycle of growth and renewal continues, thanks in no small part to the monkeys' daily routines. The vervet monkeys, thriving in stable populations throughout Nyerere, are a living barometer of the woodland's health. Their presence signals a balanced, flourishing ecosystem where food is plentiful and the web of life remains intact. Life for the vervets is a complex social affair. Within their troops, bonds are formed and tested daily. Grooming, play, and subtle gestures maintain the intricate hierarchy that governs their world. Troops can number up to 50 individuals, each with its own rank and role. Youngsters learn the rules of the group through play and observation, while elders enforce discipline and order. Communication is key to their survival. Vervet monkeys possess a sophisticated system of vocalizations, including a range of alarm calls that warn of danger. Each call is specific, alerting the troop to the presence of different predators lurking nearby. For instance, a sharp bark signals a leopard on the prowl. A different call warns of an eagle circling above, and yet another alerts the troop to the silent approach of a snake. Each member responds instantly, taking the appropriate action to evade the threat. When danger is near, the troop scatters or hides, melting into the foliage or racing through the branches, their movements coordinated and swift, a testament to their intelligence and unity. Observing the lords of the air and the mischievous monkeys, each so perfectly adapted to their world, reveals the intricate web of relationships that binds the Nyerere ecosystem together. Every call, every leap, every hunt and chase is a thread in the living tapestry of this wild kingdom, where the drama of survival and cooperation plays out far from the influence of humankind. Nyerere National Park is more than just a place of immense beauty. It is a sanctuary where the vulnerable find refuge, a living testament to the resilience of nature when given space to breathe and recover. Across its sweeping plains, herds of antelope graze peacefully, elephant calves play under the watchful eyes of their mothers, and the delicate balance of predator and prey unfolds in a dance as old as the land itself. Here, the young are born into a world where the rhythms of nature dictate survival, and every sunrise brings new hope. In this vast, protected landscape, the vulnerable find shelter from the relentless pressures that threaten their existence elsewhere. The tall grasses and dense woodlands offer cover for newborns, while the rivers and waterholes sustain life through the harshest seasons. As the sun rises and sets over Nyerere, the park becomes a beacon of hope, a place where the fragile threads of life are woven into a tapestry of survival and renewal. Among the most remarkable residents are the African wild dogs, whose intricate social bonds and cooperative spirit are vital to their survival. Also known as painted dogs, these intelligent predators rely on the safety of the pack and the vastness of the wilderness to thrive. Each member plays a role, from nurturing pups to coordinating hunts, their lives intertwined in a delicate balance. The Miombo woodlands stretch endlessly, providing the wild dogs with the space they need to roam, hunt, and raise their young. Here they are free to follow ancient trails, their paws treading softly on the earth, their calls echoing through the trees. Every day the wild dogs navigate a world of challenges, avoiding dangers, searching for food and caring for their vulnerable pups. The sanctuary of Nyerere gives them a fighting chance, a rare opportunity to persist against the odds. By safeguarding these wild dogs, the park preserves not just a species but a way of life, one that is vital to the health of the ecosystem itself. The black rhinoceros, too, finds sanctuary here. Once abundant, now rare, these ancient giants graze quietly among the bushes, their presence a reminder of both loss and hope. Though their numbers have dwindled, every rhino that roams these plains is a testament to the power of protection and the promise of recovery. The land itself shields them, offering solitude and safety in its vast embrace. The remoteness of Nyerere is its greatest ally, creating a natural fortress where the vulnerable can endure and where the next generation may one day thrive. Each rhino calf born is a small miracle, a symbol of resilience and the enduring spirit of the wild. Ultimately, the importance of Nyerere National Park cannot be overstated. It is a living sanctuary, a place where the vulnerable are given a chance to survive and the wild is allowed to heal. Here elephants gather at rivers, herds mingle at waterholes, and the cycles of life continue undisturbed, each species playing its part in the intricate web of existence. The park shelters not only the famous and the mighty, but also the rare and the overlooked. Southern ground hornbills striding through the grass, insects pollinating wildflowers, and plants anchoring the soil. By preserving this vast wilderness, Nyerere safeguards a living, breathing ecosystem where every creature, from the smallest insect to the largest mammal, has a role to play in the balance of life. Nyerere National Park stands as a powerful testament to the idea that when nature is given sanctuary, the vulnerable can endure, and the wild can flourish in all its diversity and wonder. As dusk settles over Nyerere National Park, a subtle transformation begins. The golden savanna softens into deep indigo, and the familiar daytime chorus fades, replaced by the whispers of the night. This is the domain of the nocturnal hunters, creatures whose lives are woven into the shadows, whose survival depends on senses honed for darkness. In the cool hush of evening, lions stir from their daytime slumber. Their golden eyes, adapted to the faintest glimmer of moonlight, scan the landscape for movement. A gentle breeze carries scents across the plains, every shift in the air a message deciphered by sensitive noses. With practiced silence, the pride moves as one, blending into the darkness, communicating through barely audible grunts and tail flicks. Their strategy is patience, using the cover of night to draw near to unsuspecting prey. Nearby, a leopard glides through the undergrowth, solitary, silent, almost invisible. Its spotted coat becomes a cloak of camouflage beneath the tangled branches. Sharp ears pick up the soft rustle of a duiker in the grass. In a single, fluid motion, the leopard closes the distance, relying on stealth and precision rather than speed. A swift pounce, and the night yields another secret. The smaller predators awaken as well. A serval's oversized ears swivel, catching the faintest squeak of a rodent tunneling below. With a leap it lands with pinpoint accuracy, its long legs giving it an advantage in the tall grasses. Meanwhile, the civet and the genet slip through the shadows, their eyes reflecting the moonlight as they forage for insects, fruit, and small creatures. Above, the night air comes alive with the flutter of wings. Owls, masters of silent flight, patrol the treetops. Their round faces funnel sound, detecting even the most delicate footfall. With a sudden swoop, an owl claims its prize, a mouse, unaware and unprepared for the silent approach. The nocturnal world is not only about the hunters. The hunted, too, have adapted. Antelope cluster together, ears twitching, nostrils flaring, every sense alert for danger. Bats flit between trees, feasting on night-flying insects. Frogs call from the water's edge, their songs echoing across the stillness. Under the cover of darkness, the park's ecosystem shifts into a delicate balance of predator and prey, of risk and reward. Every sense is heightened, every shadow holds possibility. Here survival is a dance choreographed by the night, and the secret lives of Nyerera's nocturnal hunters unfold in silence and mystery. When dawn finally breaks, the traces of their passage vanish, until the sun sets once again, and the wild resumes its timeless rhythm beneath the stars. Beneath the towering trees, where sunlight filters in emerald fragments, lies a realm often overlooked, an intricate universe thriving in the shadows and leaf litter of Nyeri's forest floor. Here, life unfolds on a miniature scale, each creature playing a vital role in the park's delicate balance. In the tangle of roots and fallen branches, armies of ants march in silent columns, carrying fragments of leaves and prey far larger than themselves. These tireless workers aerate the soil and recycle nutrients, their underground cities a testament to cooperation and endurance. Delicate stick insects sway with the breeze, their bodies nearly indistinguishable from the twigs they mimic. Camouflage is their greatest defense, allowing them to vanish in plain sight. Nearby, a chameleon inches along a slender branch, its eyes moving independently, scanning for both predators and prey. With a lightning-fast flick of its tongue, it snares an unsuspecting insect, blending once more into the shifting greens and browns. Hidden beneath decaying logs, beetles and millipedes break down the forest's detritus, transforming death into new life. Their patient work ensures that nothing goes to waste. A shrew darts through the undergrowth, nose twitching in search of insects and worms. Its heart beats rapidly, a silent drum keeping time with the pulse of the forest. As moonlight dapples the mossy carpet, geckos emerge, their adhesive toes allowing them to scamper effortlessly across bark and leaves. Their chirps and clicks fill the quiet night, a secret language exchanged in the darkness. Above, bush babies leap from branch to branch, their enormous eyes reflecting the faintest glimmers of light. They feast on insects, fruit and sap, their agile movements bridging the worlds of forest floor and canopy. This hidden world teeming with life and movement is the foundation of Niorere's great web. Every leaf turned, every shadow explored reveals another story, one of resilience, adaptation, and the quiet marvels of the wild. Here, beneath the canopy, the smallest lives sustain the greatest wonders. Beyond the tangled undergrowth, the forest gives way to a vast mosaic of wetlands, an ever-changing world sculpted by the seasonal rhythm of rain and sun. Here, water is both artist and architect, shaping the land with every rise and retreat. In these shimmering pools and flooded meadows, life pulses with every heartbeat of the river. Frogs and toads, masters of adaptation, fill the air with their melodic calls, each trill and croak a testament to survival. Their eggs, laid in delicate clusters, cling to reeds and floating leaves, soon hatching into tiny tadpoles that dart among the shadows, feeding on algae and evading hungry mouths. These amphibians are barometers of the wetland's health, thriving only in the purest waters. Aquatic plants unfurl like emerald tapestries, their roots anchoring the shifting mud. Water lilies blossom in bursts of colour, their broad leaves providing shelter for dragonfly nymphs and refuge for skittering insects. Beneath the surface, submerged grasses sway with the current, filtering water and offering sanctuary to a myriad of small fish and invertebrates. As the rains swell the riverbanks, the wetlands expand, flooding new ground and awakening dormant seeds. Fish glide through submerged grasses, their scales catching the dappled light. Snails and crustaceans scour the muddy bottom, recycling nutrients and feeding the next link in the chain. This is a world defined by transformation, a landscape where water's gentle touch brings both abundance and challenge. For those who dwell here, every season is a test of resilience, each flood a promise of renewal. In the pulse of the wetlands, the delicate balance of life endures, painting yet another stroke in the masterpiece that is Nyerere National Park. Across the sweeping savannah, beneath the golden grass and scattered acacia trees, silent engineers are hard at work. Their efforts shape the land in ways both subtle and profound. Termites, the tireless builders, raise towering mounds from sun-baked earth, cathedrals of clay that rise above the plains. Within these fortress walls, a labyrinth of tunnels and chambers maintains perfect humidity, nurturing entire colonies and providing shelter for countless other creatures. Birds, too, leave their mark. Weaver birds sculpt intricate nests that dangle from branches like living ornaments, each woven with precision and care. These nests become cradles for new generations and safe havens from lurking predators. Ground-dwelling birds like francolins and lapwings create shallow scrapes in the earth, simple yet effective sanctuaries for their eggs, blending seamlessly into the landscape. Beneath the surface, burrowing animals such as aardvarks and mongooses carve out hidden networks. Their tunnels aerate the soil, enriching it for plants above and providing cool refuges from the midday sun. Abandoned burrows offer ready-made homes for owls, reptiles, and small mammals, fostering an intricate web of shared survival. Together, these architects transform the savannah, crafting habitats and shaping ecosystems with every mound, nest, and tunnel. In their quiet industry, they reveal a world where even the smallest creatures wield the power to reshape the land, reminding us that the balance of nature rests in the efforts of many, not just the mighty. In the heart of the wild, every life is woven into a cycle as old as time itself. Here the eternal dance of predator and prey shapes the destiny of every creature. Lions stalk the grasslands, their silent steps a testament to patience and power. When the hunt is successful, the savannah bears witness to both the drama of survival and the necessity of loss. Yet nothing is wasted. As the sun sets and the predators move on, another cast of characters emerges. Hyenas and vultures descend upon what remains, their keen senses guiding them across vast distances. These scavengers are nature's clean-up crew, transforming death into sustenance, ensuring that every morsel is returned to the land. Even after the scavengers have had their fill, the story is not over. Tiny beetles, ants, and a legion of decomposers take their turn, breaking down what is left into the soil. Nutrients are released, feeding the roots of grasses and trees, and in time the land flourishes once more. This is the unbroken circle, life feeding on life, death giving birth to renewal. It is a process both harsh and beautiful, a reminder that in the wild every ending is also a beginning. The savannah pulses with this ancient rhythm where every creature, great or small, plays a part in the endless renewal of the land.